Hello everyone, this is Christina Stevens, and the website that I chose to share for lesson plans is Smithsonian Education. I really enjoyed this website because I would like to teach in the science field, and I really found it useful. There's a lot of things on here that I would definitely use when I become a teacher. But it doesn't just give you science lesson plans, it gives you art, it gives you history, and it also gives you language arts. So let's get into looking at some of these lesson plans. The one I found the most intriguing was the Ocean Planet, where it talks about interdisciplinary marine science activities. I really think younger kids would find these lessons interesting because we don't know enough about the sea, and it's really something that these kids don't get to see on a daily basis. So if you go over here to the left, there are 6 different lessons, and if you just click on one and if you scroll to the bottom, the first part is the essay part, where it kind of gives you an introduction and talks about what the lesson is about. But then when you click on procedure, it'll tell you the actual lesson. And so there are there are 6 different lessons that you can do. So let's go back to the beginning. Another one that I really liked was the plants and animals, and there are more than one lesson, but if we just go into the first lesson, it talks about the reproduction of plants and also how bees help in the pollination of that. So there's a lesson that will help with that, but there's also activities involved in this that will help. And then if we go back, there are just several different there are several different lessons that you can do for any kind of subject material in science. And if we go here to the minerals, I find it interesting. This says grades 3 to 8, but my little kindergartner, who is 6, they're actually learning about rocks. We had to gather rocks and soil and things like that for him. So I think that even though this may say 3 to 8, I think there are several lessons in this website that it may be for a higher level, but you could modify it to your liking if you have a lower level grade. Like, for example, they may not be able to write their descriptions of their rocks, but you can help them identify the way the rock looks, things like that. And then if we go back, I like this one too. It talks about the universe. And there are, complete lesson plans over to the right that you can do, and activities that go along with it. And then there was another one. This one is how things fly. And there are different lesson plans for that one as well. And in this first one, it talks about the 4 forces of flight, and it'll ask the students questions: how high can you fly, things like that. And it also has activities to go along with it. This website also has some things at the top for educators that educators could look at. Excuse me. It also has a field trip tab, where if you're going to take a field trip to the Smithsonian, I don't think any of us are anytime soon, but a family vacation or anything, it'll give you field trip information, and it also has some professional development. But the main thing is I really enjoyed reading these different lesson plans. But here, one last one that I really enjoyed was there is a lesson plan for pre-K through, I believe it said 3rd grade, for dinosaurs. And I know that my little 6-year-old is really interested in dinosaurs. So to sum it up, I just really think that this is a good website for, you can use it for young kids, but you can also use it for your high school kids.